controversial questions, but
do it.
Give us the most controversial.
Most controversial?
How about ask a question that would trigger the rest of the panel?
Ooh.
Or the girls. That would trigger the girls. I think you've done that a decent amount so far.
I'm sorry. It's so funny. Well, we've talked about so much. Body counts. I could ask about like plastic surgery. I could ask about
You could trigger the guys. Try to trigger us on something.
True. Oh my God, my mind is blank.
Yeah, I want to hear.
Just roast us to death.
Your like most controversial question would be.
Land us.
Because I'm just curious.
What is a position you hold when it comes to dating relationships or gender dynamics that you think we might potentially take quarrel with?
Like agree with or not agree with?
We take issue with.
Yeah, take issue with.
I mean, when it comes to relationship dynamics, I mean, honestly, I believe that women have their place and men have their place. I guess that's kind of a controversial one with the girls more so.
Yeah, that's probably gonna.
Wait, can I ask you to elaborate on that though? Like, what do you mean we
absolutely.
have our place and men have their place?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm full like women need to be in the kitchen and men need to go to work and all that stuff, but obviously both roles need expectations. You know.
Okay.
So if you want your man to provide for you and to be out in the world busting his ass every day, you definitely need to be taking care of stuff at home, like 1,000,000%.
But what if I told you, because I don't want to be at home all day, because like my dream job is to be.
So you're working as well.
Yeah, like I want to be a forensic scientist.
Okay.
So like if I want to do that, but my husband was working as well, and say like I have a kid, what do you like? Do you think that I should still be at home caring for my kid?
I don't think that is a sustainable dynamic. Both of you working full-time jobs.
It wouldn't
with
be
the kid at home.
Okay.
Like, who's going to take care of your child?
Well, say
Do you want
like
someone else watching your child for the rest of your life?
Well, say my husband was a teacher. So say he was like a substitute or something. And say like I was the one bringing in most of the like income. Is that like a problem or like?
Well, both of you are working full-time jobs with a kid at home who's being watched by someone else, so you're not even seeing your child being raised.
Well, that's not true. My dad, I mean, that was the same thing for my parents. My dad worked nights, my mom worked
like
during the day, so they both got to interact. I don't think like just because you guys both work, like you're like shitty.
Well, I think the answer to that is maybe put your child in something extracurricular like sports or some other activity outside of school, so where you both can work.
I guess it depends on the age of the child.
Well, that's true too.
Well, like I was I've been a nanny for like multiple families at like once, and like it was like very different age ranges, and the parents are still very much involved. So it's like I feel like even if you have like full-time jobs, like for one of the families, like the wife would travel a lot, but she was still heavily really in her family's life. So I feel like even with a full-time job, like I could still be involved with my like kid's life, and like. So I feel like even though like both me and my husband had like full-time jobs, I could definitely still be involved in my kid's life, even if say I did have a nanny, because like I've been in that nanny's position, and every time like the parents have always been very heavily involved. I've never been in like a family. I can't really speak on like a family that has never been involved in their kid's life, but through my experience, I've always had like very heavily influenced from the parents still, no matter what.
Or like, what about families, they need both parents to work because they literally can't live if they don't. They need that money.
Because like California is really expensive. So I always think about like that sometimes, where it's like, no matter what, like you still have a mortgage to pay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you gotta like do everything you can for your kid, even if that does mean working so hard for them. And like, you might not be able to see them. You might have to get a nanny, but you still have to do that because they need to provide for the kids.
I guess I have a kind of biased opinion. I don't even know what the word is for it, but because I grew up with a mom who was there for me growing up. She was taking care of me, dropping off from school, picking me up, taking care of my baby brother. So I obviously have a different experience from other people, but for me, when I have a child, I don't want them to be raised by someone else.
No, I fully understand
I
that
want
too.
my partner to be able to take care of our family.
Yeah.
Like, that is what I'm searching for personally. And, you know, as far as like financial situations, I mean, all of this has, you know, different things that come into play. But for me personally, I'm looking for someone that can support a family. And I will work and do my part up until we have a child, and then I will.
No, I respect that.
Yeah.
100%. Like, yeah, like when I was a kid, like my mom worked, and then when she had me, she like took care of me until it was like I was old enough to where like her and my dad could kind of like switch off. But no, I fully understand that part. So I get your side. I just was curious on like what your standpoint was.
Wait, so Natasha, were you saying that were your parents separated, or?
My parents only separated when I was in high school. So
Okay.
we all lived together
Okay,
up until
got
that
it.
point.
Okay. What was the original question? I totally
I completely
blanked on that.
Last comment or question, I believe.
I think it was something about controversial.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah. Final
Oh, yeah,
thoughts or final
yeah.
question
Oh,
for the panel.
hey, there's a comment from one of my Trader Joe's boys. My man, what do y'all think of guys that
Hey,
work at
that's a
Trader
good one.
Joe's?
We love Trader Joe's.
We'll
I just
Always
went
the-
to Trader Joe's last weekend, literally.
People at Trader Joe's are always so nice and kind.
Yeah.
Everybody get the Castle Rock Rosé from Trader Joe's. It's only $3.99 and it's the best thing that's ever happened in my life.
Shout out to Mighty Swell Gang as well.
there you go. Can Trader Joe's sponsor this podcast?
I don't think so.
It's probably a little controversial, but
I would love a sponsorship from
yeah,
Trader Joe's.
TJ's that would be clutch, a TJ sponsorship.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a couple super chats, and then we'll maybe react to one last video, and then we will wrap up. Let's see.
Cool.
Okay.
Trader Hose.
We
Trader
have a
Brew.
group chat called that. I think it changed a couple weeks ago, but.
All right, Mr. Mike Davis with the $10 super chat makeup conversation, and Blair pipes up. Wait, did we already do this one?
I saw it. I don't think we talked about it though.
I didn't say the makeup
He
removing
said something
wipe
like
comment
it.
for nothing. I can read this bloke like a book. Blair, he's asserting that you wear makeup.
Wow, Mike.
I'll just be Prince and be a short king who wears makeup.
Boom.
If that's what you think I do.
Wait, take the hat off.
And we
Yeah.
support you through that.
Mike Davis hasn't been chatting in a little bit, so I think he should pull up.
Oh.
Here, I'll put this down.
Yeah.
Anyways, Mike Davis, thank you for the $10 super chat. Much appreciated. Like I said, Mike, open invitation for you to come on the show. I know you said you want to hide your identity. We'll put a masquerade ball, one of those masks, a masquerade mask on you. We'll give you a fake name. We'll call you Michael Hunt. And we'll be good. I think we should be good to go. Okay. EG with the $10 super chat. Wearing makeup is false advertisement. Good-looking men should be more appreciated. Wait.
Wait,
Good-looking men should. What? Wearing.
I think. what
I
he
agree with the
means,
first part.
Like, men don't have the luxury society-wise to wear makeup. So I guess he's saying like a good-looking dude is fucked because he can't wear makeup. I assume, but women can wear makeup and kind of.
But if he's good-looking, he doesn't. You mean to further make himself more
Right.
attractive? Yeah. I mean, I think this is probably the hot take, but I mean, we already talked a bit about makeup. We won't stay too long on it, but yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, I think makeup is false advertising. And I mean, it depends. I think women should be free to wear makeup.
There's definitely a threshold of what's too much and what's fine.
You know what? I actually tanked a date because I commented on the girl's makeup.
Ooh.
But I'll tell you the quick story. So here's the story. I don't know if you guys have seen me with these Poland Spring water bottles. I was on a date with a girl. I had this Poland Spring water bottle, and the day was going well, but I got the sense she just wasn't feeling it. That's fine. So, you know, we're there. We're grabbing a drink at the bars. Only 1 or 2 hours in. She's not really feeling it. That was the impression I got. But we were having an otherwise pleasant conversation. Nothing weird going on. And as we're about to say goodbye, she makes this final comment, and she's like, "Hey, Brian," and she was kind of condescending about it, a bit patronizing. And she says, "Brian, it's really inappropriate that you drink from plastic water bottles." And I was like, okay. Like, and so I started like, well, I was telling her, well, I mean, I was running out the door. I just grabbed these. I have an RO system in my house. I drink from, I have like a glass bottle when I'm at the house. I'm not just constantly downing water bottles. But she like made it into a thing. So I'm not one to like back down from an argument. And it was clear the date wasn't going to go anywhere. So I was like, okay, well, she's basically making an environmental argument.
How dare you use that plastic
Yeah, she was
bottle,
like, how
right?
dare you?
Yeah,
you're
totally.
polluting the environment and shit. And she was wearing makeup. So,
Is that your-
so I was like, well, if you want to talk about the impact on the environment, let's talk about makeup. And then she was very offended. I said, I noticed you're wearing a bit of eyeliner, some mascara, maybe a little face powder. Mica, I don't know if you know about Mica. That's in a lot of these makeup products. It's basically poor African or Indian kids that are harvesting this under
That's something
terrible
folks
conditions.
don't talk about.
Oh
is
yeah,
that child
makeup
labor stuff.
Oh, for sure. The makeup industry is definitely responsible for a lot of that stuff. But anyways, I started going into that, and I was like, what kind of car do you drive? I drive this sort of car. I bet, oh shit, whoops. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that. But basically, it's very interesting. One thing I've encountered is there's a lot of women who are very pro-environment, but and there are a lot of women who are pro-environment, and they'll say, well, on the individual level, people should do more to limit their environmental impact. And you say, well, what about you stop wearing makeup? That's not going to go over very